1955, the Cold War grew. The U.S. planned what it had to do to test new weapons and tactics fast. They launched a series meant to last. From Yucca Flat to Frenchman Flat, they built the ground for nuclear ads. Operation Teapot, 14 blast, testing weapons for future tasks. From towers, airdrops, and craters wide, they studied force, the bomb supply. Approved by Eisenhower's hand, August 54, they made their stand. Conducted by the AC with DOD and military. The goal was clear, refine the yield and test how troops would fare in field. Operation Teapot, science and war, devices tested like never before. From boosting cores to neutron flow, they shaped the bombs the world would know. 11,000 troops took part in drills and studies from the start. Exercise, desert rock was staged to train for war in nuclear age. Observers watched, effects were logged as mushroom clouds the desert fall. Operation Teapot, tactics refined to test how soldiers would realign. With bunkers built and shelters tried, they gauged how humans could survive. Shots like Med and Apple One measured damage when the blast was done. Structures placed to test the strain on homes and gear in fallout rain. Civil defense was on the list to see how cities could resist. Dummy towns and mannequins stood to measure heat and shock waves good. From clothing burns to shelter cracks, they studied every bomb's impacts. Operation Teapot, public prep, to teach civilians every step, how to duck, to cover, to stay low if nuclear winds began to blow. Devices used were fission-based, with yields from low to mid-range placed. Boosted cores and new designs would shape the future bomb outlines. From beryllium shells to hollow cores, they tested what the lab explores. Operation Teapot, tech evolved with each detonation, problem solved. Compact, light, and more precise, weapons shaped for modern fights. The med shot failed to meet its goal, yield too low, it missed the role. But others proved the concepts right for battlefield and aerial fight. Each test refined the warhead's frame to fit new jets and missiles. bunkers and test grounds. From Teapot's data, plans were made for weapons used in later decades. Operation Teapot, Cold War tool, built to keep deterrence rule. Its legacy in labs remains in warheads, specs and safety change. Though decades pass, the records stay of what they learned that desert day. From tactics, tech and civil shield to how the atom's powers reveal. A chapter in the nuclear age, still studied on the science stage. Operation Teapot, history's page, a test series that set the stage for weapons built in, doctrines drawn. Its impact lingers though it's gone. From towers tall to